Zelda Jigglypuff. Survival. Survival. Ready? Go!
Toot, 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 huh. Toot, 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 huh. Toot, huh. Toot, 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 move, move. Toot, 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 pop, 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 huh. Toot, 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 huh, toot, huh, toot, huh. Toot, 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 huh. Toot, huh. Toot, huh. Toot, 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 toot. Toot, 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 toot. Toot, toot, toot. Toot, 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 toot. Toot, toot. Toot. Toot, toot, toot. Toot. Toot, toot, toot. 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 Pop. Toot. 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 Pop. Pop. Toot. 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 Toot, 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 huh? Toot, toot, huh? Toot, toot, huh? Toot, 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 huh? Huh? Toot, toot. Toot, 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 toot.
Game! This game's winner is Sheep. Survival. Ready? Go!
Toot, 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 toot. Toot, 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 huh? Toot, 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 huh? Huh? Toot, 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 toot.
Kirby.
Yeah, little bit of Kirby, little bit of Toad.
Goodbye. My niece was happy to see me, and then I looked a second time, and she became unhappy.
You know, I remember, and I don't say this to start a larger conversation. One of the, of course I find this was you live at Genesis, I believe, and your question that basically won, the term of the winner, was...
This was Big House with
Big
Fiction.
House. Sure, yeah, with Fiction and Webs. How have you, sorry, let me fill in the entire audience. Well, your question, as far as I remember, was you were about to have a niece. How do you, how should you best ingratiate yourself into your niece's
How do I be a
life?
good uncle?
How do you be a good uncle?
Simple
Okay,
as.
Even simpler. Now do you remember the answers that you were given?
I remember some of them. I remember Webbs talked about taking an interest.
Yeah.
He was very like, about how I should communicate with her.
Yes.
Fiction gave very practical advice.
Yeah.
Fiction said, call her often so she knows your face. And I thought that was the most accurate. And something I hadn't thought about. That the repetition was important in and of itself. And then Blur said something like, he was throwing at that point. He was like, she's not, don't be yourself.
Yeah, classic Blur answer.
Yeah.
Now, we've had some time removed from this. How do you feel about those answers now?
He was right. Fiction deserved the win. It was good advice then. It's good advice now.
I can say this as someone who is an uncle to 5 lovely
Beautiful
nieces.
nieces.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. No, beautiful nieces.
Asshole. Yeah.
Is that I do think it's a little bit pessimistic to say that like the best thing you can do is just be there, but it is true.
Why is it pessimistic?
Well, I think that like your presence without anything else, like you should, like Webbs had really good advice, which is like you should try to take an interest, you should speak to them in a way that doesn't seem condescending, which I think is good advice. But honestly, just creating
A 1-year-old doesn't care.
Creating a relationship.
Yeah.
Just being there, being present, I think is so big for children.
Yeah, and I think a 1-year-old doesn't really, like, I am not condescending to her, but I do think I could get away with it.
Yeah. kids are really great at accepting just things. Like
Yeah.
if they see something for the first time, they go, I guess this is how the world is. So if your ass is there, they don't say, man, I really wish I could, not hang out with Uncle Jack. They go, I guess I'm hanging out with Uncle Jack.
That's right.
I guess Uncle Jack is here.
And, I don't live here, so I don't get to see her all that often. So intentionality, even on Zoom calls, was the other thing from Fiction. I'm glad that touched you. I'm glad it stuck
Look,
with
we're
you.
both uncles.
Yeah.
Unks even.
And that's the secret of Force Side Fights is I will do pundit, and then at the end, I need you to prove that you have a soul and that you have a point of view about how to live the good life and our obligations to others. And a lot of people fail that test. And they try to stay snarky and stay cynical.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking for that. It can't all be snark.
I have a question for you. So, I guess there's actually no question here, but there might be a question later. It's not formed with a question. So, Max, what do you know about Max? That is a question. What do you know about Max?
Said, can you cover my reg? I'm coming here and I'm from the UK, please. And I said, yeah, that's fair.
That's true. So we had a goodie set, and obviously if you're watching the VOD of this, you don't remember that we commentated this because
Why would you?
Why would you? We were talking about how Goody is a traveler.
Yeah.
Max, it's the same thing. They're both Commonwealth countries, both underrated players, people who have kind of been on the cusp of top 100 but never actually made the
How do you know they're
breakthrough.
underrated?
That is a great question. Maybe they're properly rated. Maybe they're overrated, because I don't know. I think that they're good players who are on the cusp of top 100 and have not been able to make the breakthrough. How about that?
That's fair.
Max has been on a similar, he is everywhere. He has gone to more American tournaments than a lot of Americans this year.
That's true. Including Zane.
He blows Zane out the water. So it's the grind that he puts in, and I think that he's very mindful of this journey, right? Like I talked to him at Genesis, and he said that like he needs melee sobriety. Not sobriety from melee, but he needs to pair melee and sobriety. He can't be going to all these tournaments, paying however X number of dollars and spending however many of hours in a plane to go and then get high and not play peak melee. And what we've seen from him since then, it's not been a lot. Do you know his Battle of BC run?
No.
He got 9th place.
At Battle of BC?
Was a DQ involved, possibly. However,
Wait, who?
I don't really know the path, but I know he lost to Josh Man, and then he beat Shango. He
That's
beat
great.
OG Kid.
That's good.
He beat Goody.
That's good.
He beat Elliot. And he beat Rocket. And what I think is all of those wins are something that maybe last year he would fly 16 hours to a tournament and then get 97 losing to one of them.
Right.
And just beating all of them, getting the coin flips in his favor. I think it's huge for him.
It stops being coin flips if you do it 7 times.
Exactly.
That's just being good.
And he's shown threat to top level players. He beat Sir Maris last Genesis. He got reverse 3-0'd by so many people.
I have wondered if that works. Sheik up smash out of shield on Jigglypuff.
I think you got to hit the backwards hitbox. I think that the frontwards hitbox has no sauce to it. Now, Max, wonderfully being, I met him at last Full Bloom. He said to me that he was picking up MILFs in the Arby's.
Yeah.
And then I said that, oh, well, yeah, I mean, like, I imagine you over there with your little British accent, people love it. And then I said, when I went to England, I was kind of wondering if my American accent would set anyone ablaze. And he said, no. And I said, what about Scotland? He said, no. He said that I could only pick people up in the Shetland Islands. This was a very bold thing to say to someone for the first time meeting them. But Max and I, despite that...
Fast friends.
Fast friends, exactly. Now, my question for you, do you think MILFs at the Arby's, are those the top MILFs? Because I'm thinking if they're at the Arby's, they might not be the best MILFs.
MILF at the Arby's?
At the Arby's. The Arby's, the roast beef restaurant.
In the UK?
In America. He said he's picking up MILFs in the Arby's in America.
Yeah, what would be the problem?
You
asking me to judge women?
I'm just saying that Panera Bread MILFs might gap Arby's MILFs.
I don't do this kind of ranking thing. Women are so beautiful. It's incredible.
I agree. And you know what? Men are too.
I agree.
Not like that, but
Yeah, they're definitely number 2 in the rankings, but or
Not
if it's up
people,
2.
we-
Yeah, that's not
well.
true. They're number like 4 or 5 at least. But they're still beautiful.
they are still beautiful. Yes.
Don't
Do you subscribe to the perspective?